Hey guys, Rob from the Off-Grid Tiny House, out for another walk and talk. A lot colder out this time. If I don't warm up by the time I get back to the start, I'm gonna throw a toque on my ear over my ears because there's a slight cool breeze going on, and yeah, not too fun. So today's walk and talk topic, guys, is going to be CNN. You know, the clown news network over in the United States. Well, the latest is Project Veritas completely destroying them yet again. And this time found out quite a lot of their dirty little secrets over at CNN. So, you guys ever wonder why CNN is like the head cheese of fake news? Well, Project Veritas did its digging and pretty much found out that the majority of people over there are pedos, and then most of their anchors are LGBTQ community. So yeah, morally bankrupt over at CNN, Sodom and Gomorrah style. Be back in a bit. We're back, guys. Alright, so CNN, oh my goodness. We all knew they were fake news from, well, basically since Trump pointed it out. So now we know because of their affiliations with pedos, and we know they're getting blackmailed, obviously. And Anderson Cooper's CIA, Project Mockingbird, you can look that up. That's all connected to CNN. So obviously they have people blackmailed at CNN, a lot of the producers, and there's going to be more to come from Project Veritas on this, so just stay tuned to his YouTube channel and news website for sure. But guys, I was telling you CNN was trash for how many years now on YouTube and my other platforms. So now we find out, yeah, they're into some scary shit, and not the kind of people you want to get your news from, that's for sure. The propaganda, it's crazy. So basically, I'm assuming CIA's working hand in hand to blackmail these people, to control the flow of information that gets broadcasted out, and that way they don't get ratted out on their personal crimes with doing their pedo stuff. So pretty nasty. Chris Cuomo, he just got canned recently as well for similar allegations. It wouldn't surprise me if him and his brother were into that stuff as well. So anybody straight working there seems to be into the kids in the background, and everybody else is the LGB plus whatever. So morally bankrupt company, and you don't want to be getting your news from them. And I've been harping on that for years now. No surprise there. But guys, alternative media, it's the way to go. Alternative media is not obligated to Project Mockingbird. If you don't know what Project Mockingbird is, it's still ongoing. No matter what you look up on Wikipedia, you think government just closes shit down and says, oh yeah, everything's hunky-dory. Not at all. Look at the contrast between Trump and Bonehead. No attacks. Oh, what's your favorite ice cream? And then all this other shit. Do the comparison, guys. It's unbelievable. So you know the rig and fix is in. Nothing new over at CNN though. Haven't followed them for years. Now we get to follow them through Project Veritas as people get found out and hopefully put in jail for a long time for all their Sodom and Gomorrah actions over there. So pretty sick, but again, told you so, guy. See you on the next one. Hey guys, Rob back again. Stopped and got a toque for my ears. Not really a toque, it's just covering my ears. Got some gloves with the fingies sticking out so I can run the cam. Nice difference. Still cold on the cheeks, but is what it is. We're in Canada. So we're basically having a late start to winter, super late, because we're closing in on it's Sunday, so the holiday week is coming up this week and basically next week, and then shortly after that we got New Year's. So hey, things are creeping in. So if you've been following the news, guys, recently here in Canada we're going under lockdowns again, basically. They're more like restrictions. 50% capacity everywhere. And our cases are up in Ontario over 4,000. Now, this is basically a tactic to get everybody on the booster shots, in my opinion, because there's been a lot of pushback with people that are fully vaxxed and don't want the booster now. So it's going to be interesting in the coming months what goes on. I'll talk more about it in a second, just a bit. Alrighty guys, so like I was saying, new restrictions. The day the federal government, Trudeau, called for the restrictions, it was pretty funny because the public went and protested outside his house with their cars. That never made the news, obviously, because they're in control of the news with all the funding Trudeau gives to the media outlets, which is pretty sad, in my opinion. I'm just adjusting my power bank, guys, to run the camera power, because cold weather does a number on little old batteries, I'll tell you what. Let me keep dinking around with it. But anyways, pretty crazy stuff. There we go, all fixed. So it was quite awesome to see it. It was on Twitter, I actually saw it. They were broadcasting on Twitter, and it was very cool. People just lying in the streets outside his house with their vehicles, honking horns, blow horning the house, everything like that. People are done with the restrictions, with the cases, with all this crap. And you know, they recently reimposed the stuff at the border where you got to have all this testing and nonsense. In case you guys haven't wondered yet, the best thing to do is get the Rona, get over it, and go on with your life. There's not a single case of someone that got Rona, beat it naturally, and got it again. So that tells you right there, permanent immunity. Now, if you guys have been following Dr. Mercola, where he blew open everything on Joe Rogan, that's something you guys got to watch. Watch the entire interview. And he's also put out, he's got his own site. Sorry about this, guys. Oh, just pulling my glove over. Getting a little chilly. He's got his own site, and he lays out the treatment, the natural treatment of over-the-counter supplements you can take to beat this thing. Now, I'm going to make another video that'll be like a buddy video to this, because I've just recently discovered on Amazon how to get hydroxychloroquine over the counter, and it's pretty awesome. It's in a lot higher doses than my original source, which was the Canada Dry Tonic Water. So stay tuned for that video. I ordered myself a bottle for sure, and I also ordered the one item that Dr. Mercola recommended as well that I did not have. It's called keratin, I believe. Starts with a Q, and I ordered a bottle of that because I gotta keep myself, my brother, my parents all healthy, and the dosage that Mercola is saying to take all this stuff, and I'll do this in a separate video, but it's from 5 to 30 days that you take this amount of supplements just to beat it naturally. But I'll drop a hint for you guys. In one of my previous videos I was talking about it. Vitamin D3, which is actually discovered to be actually a hormone in the body. I posted that conversation on the Survival Group channel on Facebook via Dr. Group. That interviews on there. And I did mention this, the keratin, that I looked in the ingredients, and they do have a big dose of magnesium, so that goes hand in hand with Dr. Mercola's findings, and it goes hand in hand with this other doctor's findings as well. If you high dose vitamin D, you have to high dose magnesium, because the two have to work together in order for you to get the benefits, guys. So that's what we're dealing with. Stay tuned for that video. But restrictions are here. Am I worried about it? Not really. I'm probably one of the most prepared people going in terms of having the stuff on hand for other than a doctor or a pharmacist, have access to the, the ivermectin and the hydrochloroquine stuff. So the nice thing about the supplement list from Dr. Mercola is I now have a doctor recommended, certified, verified regimen. Plus I'm going to add on my ivermectin and hydrochloroquine. That's going to be called the kitchen sink method, which a lot of the big personalities used. Joe Rogan, Alex Jones, and Tim Pool, and many others, Aaron Rodgers, but they all had access to the antibodies, and also had the vitamin infusions as well, the drip lines. I didn't have access to those two, but I have, let's say, 90% of the stuff needed to do it DIY at home, and I'm putting it out here free for you guys to take into account. Do your own research, but this is what I found, and that's what I'm doing for me and my family. So that is the way. I'll be back in a bit. Alrighty guys, we're back. Screwing around with the battery on the camera again. Anyways, currently I'm wearing that new Columbia jacket my dad bought me a while ago now, and it's lined internally with the Mylar survival blanket, like radiant barrier, and And I'm out here just, I got a t-shirt on under this, and that's it. And boy oh boy, am I staying nice and cozy with that Mylar radiant barrier on there and the lining of the jacket, because it doesn't allow heat to escape. It takes your body heat, shoots it right back at you, and go on from there. So pretty cool. Definitely works. All the naysayers, I had a lot of naysayers on my off-grid tiny house build about that. They think I was putting aluminum foil up as an insulation. No, sorry guys, it was Mylar radiant barrier. Worked amazing, still works amazing, and they still don't believe in it, but they think it was since I'm a conspiracy guy, they think it's an alien thing or something. But that just shows how dumb they are. Those are the same people who are watching CNN, the pedo news network. So yeah, pretty sick. All right, I'll get back to you guys in a bit. Alrighty guys, having some beautiful times today with the camera and the battery. Almost need to sew a pocket inside this jacket so the USB does not come unhooked. Wouldn't that be something? But anyways, wanted to talk to you guys today about all the things I've been observing recently that are a bit sketchy. I've never seen this amount of ambulances running the streets with their sirens on in my life. Not in the 37 years I've been on this planet, okay? And I think I talked about this. If you're double jabbed and you're going for the booster, triple jabbed, say goodbye to that immune system you have that's keeping you going. And here's what it is. I'm not going to get into too much detail or YouTube will have a shit fit. So we're not going to go there. But anyways, in my last video talking about preparedness for the Rona, getting all the supplements and the high test, well, basically they're all supplements, but all the high test ingredients ready to go for if and when we do get sick here at the house. I'll be able to administer everything to my parents and myself and my brother, even though he's in another city, so we'll have to just hand him off a bunch of I'll just give him a list of stuff he needs to take, and then he'll have to just pick that shit up and have it. He's already got the ivermectin and the Canada Dry Tonic water, but I sent him the link for the other supplement that I'm going to post here for you guys. And mind you, I don't make a dime off of anything I promote. I'm not affiliated with anything. It's just information for you guys so you can get through this nonsense without a whole hell of a lot of issues. Because I know I have a lot of American viewers out of the States, United States, America. And you guys, your health system over there is pretty insane, because you go to the hospital for something. At the end of it, you're gonna have $1 million bill to have to pay off. Over here, we're not like that. We have like a socialist healthcare, but the problem with that is it's slow, and there's always people running into the ER with symptoms that they could go take care of with their doctor in a doctor's visit. So instead they just rush the ER for every little thing, and then it, 12-hour wait times in the ER, guys, out in the waiting room, hellish. So yeah, that's what we're dealing with, and it's pretty sick. So if I can help you guys out with some little bit of information that keeps you healthy and safe during all this, then hey, I've done my job. So be back in a bit. Alrighty guys, we're back. So what I ended up doing was switching pockets for the battery bank. Pain in my butt today. Every time the cord was pulling out, so would disconnect charge of the battery, and just fun. So getting back into the natural immunity deal, which you should be highly, when the government tells you, and the government health system tells you, there's no such thing as natural immunity, or it just doesn't work as good, then you should be definitely investigating it further. Whatever they say is normally the opposite. It's on record that over 200 members of Congress got treated with ivermectin for the Rona, and they're still here. Nobody in a ventilator, nobody dead, so consider that, guys. Alrighty guys, so I just rounded the corner and I'm at the 2 miles in mark. So I'm gonna do 2 more today, so a total of 4 miles today on my walk and talk, and gotta love that. So my parents are pretty paranoid about the Omicron, but it is more contagious, except it's a lot milder symptoms, which is a good thing. And if it keeps trending that way, it could become the common cold type of deal. So let's say the next variant is, really contagious, but really low on symptoms and issues, then it's basically going to snuff itself out, which will be nice. But I'm sure, even if it did that, the government is so power drunk right now, using the health department in this emergency, that they don't want to release that power, because they're getting a little taste of dictatorship right now, and you can see it in their eyes, guys, and they're just smacking their lips. It's pretty sick, and it's not a good thing, not at all. So we'll see what happens here. Anyways, that's what's happening. So for me, per se, I don't really have to go to the store too often. I'm not worried about it. Oh, I did go to the Dollar Tree, guys. I didn't shoot a video on that yet, but the prices really haven't changed there yet because of the inflation going on. But I emphasize the word yet, because they're probably coming up with a game plan as how they're going to market themselves as Dollar Tree if they're going to increase their prices to crazy. Hopefully they hold the line here, because a lot of people do depend on Dollar Tree for their everyday needs, and it is what it is. So pretty wild stuff. Yeah, so when I get home, I'm gonna do a smoothie. I gotta use up, I'm at the bottom of the barrel of 2 of my little packages that I have for smoothie powder mix that I've been making. Use them up, and then I'll start fresh cans and go from there. And it with everything the way it is, guys, you may want to think about doing smoothies, smoothie supplements, basically, like an all-in-one meal type of deal to save money. You get everything you need nutritionally, and you actually have to add some protein powder to it and whatever, but get a really good supplement, organic, some organic protein powder to throw in, mix it in, throw in some of your fiber or your fruits, whatever, and go from there. Alrighty, guys, so in January 6th committee news, the faux committee, that's basically just a political witch hunt for the enemies of the Democrats, Schiff yet again, he was caught doctoring texts that were submitted to the committee, and no, it's basically no different when he made up the phone call and read out a fake phone call to this was back during the Russiagate complete and utter nonsense, which has been completely disproven. So everybody who fell for the Russiagate Steele dossier crap, it was completely proven false, guys, like I've said from the start. And they had to come clean after how many years to now admit that. Completely made up, complete bogus. And I had, you know, had is the word, prepper friends that actually believe that shit to the T, and that just shows you how brainwashed they were by the mainstream media. They get suckered all the time, and they don't care or don't realize it. It's pretty sad. But then again, they say they're preppers, and yeah. Sure you are. Sure you are. You don't even know what's going on. You don't even know what to prep for. Totally oblivious to the world. Just hilarious to me anyways, but is what it is. Those are like the people who fall for the mainstream media propaganda are the suckers that are gonna be in the hurt locker first. And that's a fact. That's real talk right there. So if you can't get over your propaganda, CNN addictions and all these other outlet addictions, and are not following alternative media, then yeah, you qualify for the sucker category. And there's a lot of them going around, I'll tell you. At least you won't be lonely. That's all I can say. But is what it is, guys. So yeah, winter is rearing its ugly head today for sure, because I had to bundle up, and boy oh boy, that wind chill is something else. Whew. She's a killer. Killer on the face anyways, and the fingers. But the jacket's keeping me nice and toasty. Gotta love it. Columbia jacket, guys. I don't know the exact title of this model, but just look for the silver lining inside of it, and then you know it has the Mylar radiant barrier. Works fantastic. Canada approved for nasty crap weather for sure, because I'm only in a t-shirt in this thing, which is nice here. Dare I show you if I can get this unzipped one-handed. T-shirt. That's it. That's all she wrote. Very comfortable in there. Gotta love it. So yeah, crazy world we live in, guys, I'll tell you. And hopefully, you know, hopefully I can get the tiny house moved. Well, it's actually not up to me. it's up to the new owner as soon as she gives me the rest of the money, and then she can move that sucker and the tiny house will be gonzo. And I do have to get a hold of her though and say, look, you got to pick up the on-demand hot water tank from me and the 2 propane tanks, because there's, you know, can only do so much. And if she plans on moving way out into the boonies, then I won't be setting up for her unless she pays me, because sorry, that was a local suggestion. If you're gonna move locally somewhere around here, then I would set it up for you. But if you're moving out into the boonies, good luck with that. If it's like a 8-hour, 6-hour trip, and I gotta bring all the tools and make sure I don't forget anything, yeah, you're gonna be paying for the gas, you're gonna be paying for my time, and that's what it is. And I'll probably have to end up staying there at least a night or so to train the person on how to run everything. So it's gonna be something else, one way or the other. So yeah, just fun. So now that we're all down to 50% restrictions, or 50% capacity everywhere, now the funny thing is, the government keeps saying, yeah, we're not doing lockdowns again, that was a failure. But now that they said, oh, we're doing the 50% capacity restrictions on everything, then they started hinting at the CERB again and the financial giving out more money to people who don't want to work. And that just boils my blood, because you know how many people I know that quit their job just to get on that purposely? Unbelievable craziness. And it's not helping us long term, I'll tell you that. It's increasing inflation and increasing our debt, because all it is glorified welfare. And it doesn't have to be like that. What they could have been doing is producing ivermectin and hydrochloroquine to give out to every Canadian, and every Canadian has a decent stockpile at home, and then holy shit, folks, pandemic over. But oh no, we got to give Pfizer and Moderna and all these J&J, all these giant corporations all the money, give them no liability for the deaths and injuries from these shots, and go from there. That's how they want to run things. Oh, meanwhile behind closed doors, all the politicians are heavily invested in these companies, so you can see the bias they have, because if they don't push what the companies say, then they're gonna lose money. Oh boy, connect the dots, guys. Just craziness. Hey guys, Rob from the Off-Grid Tiny House. I'm on the final lap, so I'm on well, I just finished my 3 miles, so one more lap around, it'll be 4. And you know, I like to bring the camera and do a walk and talk with you guys when I do this, because, well, it's 2 birds with 1 stone. I can produce some videos for you guys, and then I'm getting my very little vitamin D today, but some, and getting my exercise in. But anyways, yeah, after my 4th mile, I will call her quits for the day, and then I got some stuff to do. But we're pretty much closed down for holidays now, work-wise, so I'm gonna take my time and enjoy it. It's gonna be a rough year coming up, but hopefully you guys are preparing, and I'll be back to you in a second. Alrighty guys, back in business. So you know, it's pretty wild the way things are running in this world right now. Just crazy. Hopefully, now Biden and Kamala were joking recently, and I don't think they were joking, but they said they got the 2022 midterms in the bag already, so the fix is in. And if that's the case, guys, you better really be prepping now, because shit's only going to get worse and prolonged. So it's going to be a matter of how long can these prices, can you and your family withstand these prices and bills compared to how much you guys are bringing in every month. It's going to be one of those games, cat and mouse deals. So I would suggest, if you do have any Christmas money left over, $100 or so, take it to your local Dollar Tree and get $100 worth of gear. And I mean, basically you could do $50 in food at the Dollar Tree and take the other $50 for supplies, you know, bags, garbage bags, tools, whatever miscellaneous you think you're going to need to get by. And so you could get, you know, Dollar Tree food ain't the best, but it beats starving, I'll tell you what. And you can buy seeds there, so you can start your garden, get growing on that. You can buy some gear for maybe rigging up a little aquaponics setup, using their containers to do so. And they do have art supplies, so you can get high temp glue or super glue, rig up a real DIY redneck aquaponics setup or hydroponics setup to grow your seeds with, and go from there. Now normally you got to sprout your seeds and get them established before transfer them into the hydroponics, so just be wary of that. There's plenty of videos online how to do that, how to figure that out. But $100, guys, that goes a long way. Like at the Dollar Tree especially. You can get quite a bit of stuff. My buddy dropped, I think I told this story for a couple years now. He dropped about, he dropped a whole $100 on food from the Dollar Tree. And he had so much stuff that he was giving it away in the end. But he kind of went stupid and bought stuff that he hasn't tried out yet. So some of the stuff he liked, some he didn't. He gave away that amount to this, that, and the other person, whatever. But he was stocked up for $100. Now, it's not going to be organic though. At my local Dollar Tree, I found a lot of organic stuff. If you look, take the time to look around the store, you can get, there's a lot of non-GMO organic stuff around there that you guys can check out. Spices and some foods there have it. Just got to be on the lookout. But you know, that's the cheapest way. If you got an extra $100 lying around, or if you got a family and they all pitch in a 20, you know, you can do a Dollar Tree run, make a list, bring the family, make it a big affair that you're dropping $100 down at the Dollar Tree on food. Now, if you did a comparison of your average grocery store, what you can buy there for $100 compared to what you're going to pull out of the Dollar Tree, you might be a little shocked. Because nowadays, guys, you go into the grocery store with $100, maybe one bag of groceries, maybe two, all depending on what you're buying. But over at the local Dollar Tree there, boy oh boy, you can really load up. But though, what you want to do is taste test and try this stuff beforehand, before you go and blow the wad there. So, you know, spend $20, try out a variety of foods, whatever you guys are into, and then decide, is this going to be long-term food storage, short-term, or just an everyday meal type of deal, and go from there. They do sell dry goods, beans, rice, whatever. Now the amounts aren't great, but the stuff will last 25 years plus if stored properly, and don't have to really do anything special to it. So just keep that in consideration. It's ready to go. They do have a lot of Mylar bags with seasonings already in them. They have a lot of dehydrated vegetables as well, and Mylar sealed, ready to go for long term. So some of the stuff's ready to go already for you. You just gotta, you know, do a inventory of what you guys normally eat, what you can survive on long term, rice and beans, whatever, chilies. Do you have enough coffee, tea? I'm not a coffee drinker. I can go for some tea once in a while. I'm gonna start getting into more tea to detox myself and do that. And just look around, like, because times are gonna get tough, and sure as hell beats starving, guys. Especially, you know, if you're low income, then yeah, really consider the information, because it's only gonna get worse. And with inflation, you're gonna see those package sizes drop dramatically. Like, you'll get half as much in a package, but it'll be the same cost. And that's inflation, guys. They just hide it. They don't change the price, but they change the amount you get. Definitely. So, and they've been playing that game for a long time now, all the manufacturers. So just keep that in mind. But if you ever do a challenge like that, get $100 worth of stuff from your local grocery store, like you normally do. Then go get $100 worth of stuff at the Dollar Tree, and do the comparison side by side. And, you know, be real truthful. Like, obviously you can get giant bags of rice at a regular store, and that will last you quite a while, and same with beans and such. But that's gonna eat up that $100 pretty quick, I'll tell you what. And in the end, you may be surprised which one's better. But you know, it's not hard to prep, guys. It really isn't. Put an effort in, put your money out there. If you think this is a joke, you just wait till you're, well, most people will wait till it's too late, and then game over. They're gonna feel it, and it's not gonna be fun. So, I've been saying this for years though on my prepping playlist channel on YouTube, so it's not really hard. I know a lot of people give me crap for Dollar Tree items or whatever, but if that's all you can afford, guys, $100 a month or so, then that brings in a lot of inventory to your house. You can barter that stuff off later on. You can sell it later on if you had to, and you know what you paid for it. So, and you can even make it into a business where maybe you can create something out of other foods or whatever, and make that into a little side hustle business for you from really cheap Dollar Tree supplies. It's all up to you. You got to get creative. And like I always tell everybody, don't skimp on the spices. A wide variety of spices, guys, because that'll stretch your meals and that'll stretch your flavors on all these plain foods. I'll tell you what. Because canned food only lasts so long, and you're gonna have to learn how to cook dry goods, properly cook them into a meal, how to properly flavor them, and how to properly flavor them differently each and every time, so you're not getting sick of the same stuff over and over again. And it will happen, believe me. How would you like to eat plain rice every day forever? That means no butter, no salt, no pepper, no soy sauce, no whatever, no hot sauce. You got to get creative, guys. So hot sauce pretty much lasts forever, depending on the brand. That's it. That's an easy one. They sell that ready to go at the Dollar Tree. Soy sauce, I believe they do have it. That's another good one to have on, though high in salt, guys. Word of warning, as good as soy sauce is, high salt count. Not very good for you. Drink plenty of water with that stuff. And then there's a variety of pre-made spices for slow cookers and stuff, and dry herbs and everything. There's awesome stuff there if you just take the time and go through it. Obviously you can get more amounts at your local grocery stores, but we're talking about just doing the $100 Dollar Tree challenge type of deal and see what you guys can do. I don't know if anybody will take me up on this video and drop 100 there and see what they can do, but we'll see. Maybe I'll have a generous contributor donate $100 to me just for this challenge and let me know that's what they want to see. They want me to drop 100 over there just to see what I can get for that money. I only have one Dollar Tree in my city locally, so, and it's only got a limited amount of stuff, but $100 can buy a lot of stuff, I'll tell you what, for sure. Would be nice. Nice little experiment, nice video. I haven't been able to sneak a camera in there because our local Dollar Tree is just loaded with people, and I'm sure the staff would be like, what the hell's going on if I start filming in there? So it's kind of a pain that I'm unable to, but is what it is. But I could definitely do a haul, show you guys, and go from there. And I even, like when my local Dollar Tree used to have Shasta products from California, which was the Shasta Cola, which was really good, I thought. They had the really large, it was a 2.5 liter of soda, plastic, food grade, and I bought those when they had them, drank them, and then I saved them, cleaned them out, and used them for my long-term dry good food storage, and it's worked awesome. And I've been slowly going through those containers making soups and rice, and they worked awesome. So all those little creative things you can do to get by, you got to do what you got to do. But again, like I said, huge on spices because, man, it's plain. You ever eat plain dry foods like plain beans and nothing on them? You start doing that for a week straight, you'd rather eat dirt, I'll tell you. Be back in a bit.